Oh man. Welcome to React and Chill. I swear it's not Rant and Chill, but there is a rant coming. It's work related. Anyone who's ever had a job, who currently has a job, you know what this situation is. It's a situation where it's like a moving goalpost, except the goal's still there. It's the same, but they just want to make it easier for you to hit that goal, when really it's more like they're putting obstacles in your way. They're like restraining you. It's like preventing you from doing the thing that you did well by being like, hey, we got a new way to do it. Why do I need to learn a new way to do it when I was bringing in the productivity? This is what I'm talking about, man. Look, so I work for this company. I can't say the name, all that stuff, okay? I think you understand why. All right. Just like every company, there's productivity you got to hit. And I hit that every month. Not only do I hit that, I sometimes go beyond that. Okay. So you think the company would be happy. Well, they are happy. Don't even say meetings. Because of Jesse, we got bonus checks now. And we do. Incentive checks. And I hit that every month. Every month I hit my goal, get my incentive. All right, cool. And they're like, how is he doing this? How is he hitting the numbers each and every time? It's like, well, you just break down the goal. I don't know about your company, but this company, it's like there's a goal for a month, a monthly goal that you got to hit. There's so many clients. Everyone has so many clients. You got to see them all and all this stuff. Okay. You just break down all the contacts. It's like 220-something contacts you're supposed to make a month. Okay, break that down to a daily goal there. You got to factor in you're only working 20 days a week. 20 days a month because of weekends. You're not working the weekends, are you? Besides, the company doesn't like to pay overtime. They're like, don't use overtime, no overtime. And I don't work for free. So, okay, if overtime's off the table, okay, then I'm definitely not working the weekends. And if I do, to get some context in, I don't want to hear you guys complain about overtime when I brought you guys the productivity you're asking for. Anyway, so I hit those goals every time. I have no problem doing it. Okay, and with timeliness, I rarely ever have to ask, oh, I need to put in this late note. No. No, that never happens. So I have no problem doing that. And I've been doing it pretty well to where we've been receiving incentive checks, bonus checks, things like that. All right. What's been happening lately, and you can probably relate to this, is like, that thing you do well, that thing you're doing almost like with ease, and other workers are like kind of wondering how can they do that? Guess what? We're going to make it easier for you. They say that. But the people coming up with the decisions, I don't think they actually do what it is I do. So I don't think they know that it's actually not easier what they're doing. They're putting hurdles in your way. All right? They put hurdles there, and they tell you, oh, don't worry. It's a new way we're documenting. You're going to like it, all this stuff. It's like, I already had a system. It was pretty smooth, and I wasn't even late on the notes. I wasn't even late on the productivity. I would put stuff in that day. I would see my people, make my contacts, put the information in that day. Because I'm used to that. With a CPS background, it was like document within 24 hours. Okay. But that's not good enough. Now they want it right then and there. Right then and there. I'm like, how am I supposed to do that, document and all that, when I'm literally right there with the client? Like, what are we talking about? That makes no sense. Am I going to just be on the computer while talking with the client? Have you ever done that? You try to engage in conversation with someone and they're like typing on the computer? That doesn't work. That's not very personable. That's not a conversation. And they're like, oh, no, we want you guys to use the smartphones, the phones you got, because there's an AI thing. You put in some notes there, it generates a note. Okay. Well, have you guys ever had that where you talk with someone and they're on the phone typing like this, right? It's very rude, right? Why do that? They're like, we want you to write the note with the client. Okay. Well, I mean, all right. if that's what you, dude, that's gonna be hard. But here's the thing. That generated note, the AI generated note, it requires a lot of cleanup. So like what they're asking, they're saying, okay, we have this new way to do it. It's gonna be very effective. It's gonna reduce time. All right. So you go there, you talk with people, you're using your phone as it sends it to the system, except it's not actually in the system. It's not actually in the system yet. You still have to go into the system to put the AI-generated note into the system. But before you do that, now you got to clean it up because it doesn't generate it right because, well, it's AI-generated. And it sometimes it's like weird what it comes up with. I'm like, why are we doing this? I could just write a freaking note after all this is done. This is so complicated. You're making it harder than what it has to be. It was already smooth, and now you're like, you know what? Let's make it even easier. No, you're making it harder. You're making it more difficult. They're like, oh, but it's a new productive way. I swear, like, I've been spending so much time cleaning up notes. It's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I'm like, dude, like, I don't understand this. Like, I had no problem. And the people who figured out how to time manage their situation had no problem. Now the ones who have no time management skills are suffering that, lacking that. They're going to have a much more harder time because now they're eating up their time editing notes, just doing double work, triple work. Okay, and then they have to like put in the note right there with the client, which is so awkward. Having a conversation with someone and say, "Hey, how are you doing today? I need to check on how you're doing." Okay, client, okay, we're doing good. Okay, they're like, "Oh, don't worry, you don't have to type in the note. You could just you could voice record. Oh, voice record a note. Okay." So you walk with someone, you hit the dictation. All right, so like I'm here with the sub. Okay, but I was like, the note it generates is like crazy because it's like it doesn't make any sense. It's trying to pick up what the client says, what you say. It gets in background noise, that background noise that's hard to get rid of, and it just generates what it thinks. It's like, man, this is how is this productive? What is this? This is insanity to me. It's like cloud work. And I'm like, man, I am trying hard. I'm trying real hard. I'm trying real hard to like to manage here. And I was doing well. I was smooth. But now it's like, what in the world are you guys doing? You're making it hard. You're making it much more difficult. And when you bring that up, they're like, maybe we need to talk about this new form, and maybe there's something you're not quite understanding. It's like, maybe you don't understand that what you're asking for is ridiculous. And it's not, dude, turnover's crazy, right? A lot of companies have insane turnover, right? Like these sort of changes are not going to make that any better. I'm starting to wonder if they actually want people to quit so they don't have to like pay like retirement and stuff like that, okay? Because that's what I was hoping for. I was like, man, I'm going to ride this thing out until I retire. This is easy. Ride my bike around, talk to people, But like, this is crazy. This is insane. It's insanity. It's like, let me make sure. Like, certain changes are cool. I'm fine with that. I don't really necessarily have a problem with the AI generated notes, which is a new thing. But it's like this. Like if I see my people and then I document it on the computer right after, that works. That works for me. That's what I normally would do, right? But now they want you to do it right then and there and use that note. But it's like, well, I can't do that on the computer right then and there. It's not feasible because I'm standing a lot. There's a lot of conversations happening. It's very fluid, and there's not a lot of places to put the computer besides the environments that I'm in. Someone could take the computer. Someone could break the computer. Something could happen. So that's not feasible. And it's like, oh, okay, we want you to use the phone, and that's just not working. That's just not effective at all. The point of all this is, guys, we hit our numbers. We try to reach productivity. We try to do well. But they're like, we're going to make it even harder. In the name of making it easier, being, making progress. They're doing something new, being innovative. It's like, it was working. I had no problem doing it. I had no problem at all. And now you're like, let's give him some problems. That's what it seems like to me, man. Let's give him some freaking problems there. He's doing okay. Let's put some hurdles there. Jump over these hurdles. Let's see how you do with that, huh? It's like, man, why are you doing this to me? And it's like, what do I do, right? I'm going to have to, like, navigate the situation. I'm going to have to manage or find somewhere else. Or at the same time do that, you know? It's kind of that because it's like management doesn't listen. They don't listen, right? That's a whole rant for another day. But, man, this is insane. And it's just baffling. You guys ever been there where you're like, man, I meet my goals. I meet my productivity. I do the thing you ask. I've been doing it with no problem. And now you're asking for something insane to happen. Now you're like micromanaging how I make the productivity in a way like you're it's so annoying. It's like you're tying my hands here, man. You're holding my hands back. It's weird. I feel restrained. I feel restricted. In the end, it leads to double work. And what they're asking for. Double work, sometimes triple work. So yeah, man. You guys let me know if you feel this rant, if you feel this, if you've been in this situation. If not, then you let me know too. But you guys take it easy and have a good one.